Intro music fades in and then fades to background. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're embarking on an incredible journey, winding the clock back not thousands, not hundreds of thousands, but millions of years. We're traveling to a world that is both alien and strangely familiar. Our destination? The Pliocene Epoch, specifically 3.8 million years ago. This was a time when giants roamed the earth, and our own very distant ancestors were just beginning to find their footing. So, grab your imaginary time machine, and let's dive deep into the past. Imagine stepping out into the East African savanna. The air is warm. The landscape a mosaic of sprawling grasslands dotted with woodlands and crisscrossed by rivers. It's a far cry from the concrete jungles many of us know today. This world is teeming with life, but the animals here are on a scale that would astound us. Forget what you know about today's megafauna. We're in the age of true titans. Look over there, near that cluster of acacia trees. That's not an elephant. It's a Deinotherium. Its name means terrible beast, and for good reason. Standing over 13 feet tall at the shoulder, this creature is a colossal relative of modern elephants, but with one bizarre, defining feature. Its tusks curve downwards from its lower jaw, like massive hooks. Scientists believe it used these strange tusks to strip bark from trees or dig up roots. Seeing one of these giants casually browsing would be a humbling and, frankly, terrifying experience. But the Deinotherium isn't the only giant on the block. Wandering through the tall grasses is the Sivatherium, a colossal relative of the modern giraffe. But don't picture the graceful, long-necked animal we know today. Sivatherium was built like a tank, more like a moose or an ox, with a shorter, thicker neck and a massive body. Its most striking feature was its head, which sported two pairs of ossicones, a large fan-shaped pair above its eyes and a smaller, pointier pair on top. It was a truly bizarre and formidable herbivore, likely weighing well over a ton. And what about the predators? In a world of giants, the hunters have to be equally impressive. Lurking in the shadows is Dinofelis, the terrible cat. A powerful saber-toothed cat about the size of a modern jaguar, it was a master of ambush. Unlike its more famous cousin, Smilodon, Dinofelis had shorter, flatter canine teeth, suggesting it was an efficient killer that specialized in bringing down medium-sized prey. Its powerful build meant it was more of a wrestler than a sprinter, relying on strength to overpower its victims. Now, amidst all this colossal drama, a much smaller yet far more significant story is unfolding. Hiding in the woodlands, moving between the trees and the open ground, are small groups of hominids. These aren't humans, not yet. They are Australopithecus afarensis. The most famous example of this species is, of course, Lucy, whose fossil skeleton completely revolutionized our understanding of human evolution. Standing only about 3.5 to 4 feet tall, they might seem insignificant next to the titans we've just met, but they possessed a game-changing adaptation. They walked upright. Bipedalism was their superpower. It freed up their hands, allowing them to carry food, tools, and their young. It also helped them see over the tall grasses to spot predators or locate resources. While they were still adept climbers, spending nights in the safety of trees, their ability to walk on two legs was the crucial first step on the long road to becoming human. Life for Australopithecus was a constant struggle for survival. They were not the apex predators. Far from it. They were prey. For Dinofelis, for giant hyenas, even for large eagles that might snatch away a young one. Their diet consisted mainly of plants, fruits, nuts, and perhaps insects. They might have scavenged meat from carcasses left behind by larger predators using simple stone tools, not much more than sharpened rocks, to cut through tough hides and scrape meat from bone. This simple act of using a tool, however primitive, represents a monumental cognitive leap. It shows problem-solving, planning, and the ability to understand cause and effect. Holding a piece of sharpened stone, one of these early hominids held the seed of all future technology in their palm. It was this ingenuity, born from necessity, that would allow their descendants to not just survive, but to eventually dominate the planet. So picture this scene. A family of Australopithecus afarensis moves cautiously across the plain. A young one clings to its mother's back. The father scans the horizon, his hand perhaps clutching a useful stone. In the distance, a herd of Sivatherium grazes peacefully, while a lone Deinotherium tears bark from a tree. The world is ruled by giants, by brute strength and immense size. Yet it's this small, upright walking ape, armed with little more than its wits and its community, that holds the future in its grasp. 3.8 million years ago, our story wasn't one of dominance, but of resilience. It was about finding a niche in a dangerous world, using intelligence to overcome physical limitations, and taking those first, tentative, two-legged steps into a new destiny. The titans of the Pliocene would eventually vanish, but the legacy of these small, clever hominids would echo through the ages, leading directly to us. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes the most profound changes start with the smallest steps. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey back in time. It's truly amazing to think about the world our ancestors inhabited. What part of this ancient world fascinates you the most? Let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more deep dives into the history of our amazing planet. We'll see you in the next one.